everybody, Steve here. So when the kids were little, we're coming up after we kind of burned through the Little House series. We started on the Waltons. So the kids grew up. We would have dinner and watch the Waltons every night. We had a chance to go by the Schuyler, Virginia, where Earl Hamner was born. That was basically his inspiration for the Waltons. There's a museum there just up the street. It's actually the old school that he went to. Then they've turned it into a Waltons museum, Walton Mountain Museum. This is a recreation of some scenes in there. This is John Boy's room, obviously. You can kind of see a lot of the cast shots and a lot of memorabilia. It's a really cool museum. They recreate a lot of the rooms in the house and a lot of stories and history, not only of the show, but also of the of Earl Hamner and his family as well. That was his family, and the Waltons were pulled from his life. That his brothers and sisters were the inspiration. His parents, obviously. This is the living room, the recreation of it from the show, and there's a lot of backstories at this museum. There's the radio from the show. There's a dolly that they used to film a lot of the things, and this is the kitchen / dining room, and the old wood stove there that they would sit around. Again, a lot of this is recreations of it. There's a few bits from the show. I think there's a dress there that one of the kids wore, and some of the other things. There's Nate pointing some stuff out. This room had this is that actual goat cart from that episode, and the dress the gypsy woman wore. I don't remember that episode exactly, but this is a recreation of the Baldwin sisters' room, and I always got a kick out of the old firing up the old recipe there, the Colonel's recipe. Their dad. Oh, there they are, brewing up the recipe. So apparently in real life, there was a lady there and her daughter that were the inspiration for the Baldwin sisters. They would make apricot brandy there in their house, and that was kind of the inspiration from the Baldwin sisters. This is Earl Hamner himself. Poor guy, the only guy in his graduating class there. But that museum is at the school he went to. Only boy in his graduating high school class, 1940. Although that may be a lucky thing. He never lacked for a prom date, I guess. But across the street, John Olivia's bed and breakfast. Nice lady named Carole Johnson runs it. She's a Walton super fan that built this house. And it's a bed and breakfast made up like the Waltons' house. It's very, very cool. She gave us a nice tour through it. This is a kitchen. You sit around the table every morning and have some breakfast, and she'll tell you stories about the Waltons. And but this is a bed and breakfast. You could actually stay here. There's the living room all recreated, and it was really cool to get to go in there. This is Grandma and Grandpa's room. This is one of the rooms you can stay in. Very, very cool. There's the stained glass window. This was Pa's desk. He did a lot of his work there. There's a lot of brochures, but that's where he did his work and everything else. I think that's some props from the movie. I think that was the glasses Grandma wore. She's great. The tour's great. She tells you a lot of stories, and apparently the first people that stayed in this bed and breakfast were a lot of the cast members. She'll tell you about that. This cool shot of us getting to sit around the table there.
Like on the show. It's on Ben and Cindy's bed, and John Boy's printing press is out there as well. In the yard with the roses is Annabelle Lee, the statue, from the episode Statue. Boatwright was really the University of Richmond. The word boat.
And there's our John Boy there sitting at John Boy's desk. John Boy's room, you could stay in there in John Boy's room, and he's Nate thinking about things, about what he's going to write about. Ma and Pa's John Olivia's room. What she was saying there, Boatwright, was actually the name of the principal of his high school. So that was the fictitious college that John Boy went to, Boatwright. So there's the boys' room. And this is the girls' room. And all of these rooms you can stay in. It's a bed and breakfast, obviously. It's very cool. and got a nice shot of the kids out on the front porch and Grandma there. That was very cool. It's a cool experience. This is a shot of the outside of the house, and there's John Boy's car over in the corner there. Now, this next picture is the real Earl Hamner house. This was his real house. It's just up the street from here in Schuyler, Virginia. It's very cool. It's a private residence now, but this is where he grew up, where the whole inspiration came from. So it's a great time if you get a chance to go that part of Virginia. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks. We'll see you next time.